Fah Project discovered that there are an estimated 300,000 to 3 million Thai and Burmese women in Thailand who have been placed in brothels and bars to work as sex workers. The sale of very poor hill tribe girls is very common. About 20,000 to 30,000 Burmese women in Thailand get there by being deceptively abducted or sold by their own parents. A third of all of these women are minor. At least 50 to 70% of these women contract HIV and other sexually transmitted diseases. Prostitution exists because of growing demand. Sex tourists and internet pornography feeds the commercial sexual exploitation of children. Prostitution in Thailand exists because of several factors, but its primary economic cause is the lack of education and employment opportunities. In Thai and tribal culture, it is expected for girls as young as 15 to care for their families. Most women of this region are so loyal they end up in prostitution, as it is the only job they can find. This is a worldwide concern because annually 500,000 foreign tourists use prostitution regularly. The goals of the Fah Project will be to get the girls out of prostitution, but give them really viable opportunities, viable skill sets, and further enhance their already the things that they have, their traditional cultural embroidery, textiles, weaving, that kind of stuff, and just develop that a little bit more, giving them a little bit of an opportunity more than they probably have ever had, so it will boost their confidence. And I think just psychologically people get very damaged if they're in prostitution, so it serves a lot of different purposes.
You know, the poverty is just so overwhelming. 90% of the population makes less than 80 cents a day. So, you know, there's really literally no other work for people. Many of the women in prostitution are the eldest daughter, and they're just see it as their responsibility to try to care for their parents and for their younger siblings.
Mark Crawford and Krista Crawford, basically what they do is they have a rescue team that goes out and they go to the bars in Chiang Mai, different brothels. They also have a rescue team in Burma, which I work with them in as well. And they basically take the girls out, they house them, they feed them, and where we sort of come in is that we can take the girls and educate them.
Really excited and really thankful to the Fah Project that we are going in the same way to help these people in giving a better life.
Tete is what we call her. Her real name is Zothan Siami. We also call her Siami. And she's a very special lady. She's really an important player in all of this.
We have the children at the centers and we send them to school and we teach them how to weave in their own traditional way of weaving, and we teach them the natural dyeing from the natural trees and leaves and soils.
I found Ning through Mark, and Ning is from the Aka tribe, and she has actually gone to fashion design school, which is pretty rare, especially for an Aka tribe member. She's really very special and very talented, very creative. And she also has this idea of doing Aka tribal clothing and goods, but really making it a little bit more modern, a little bit more approachable for other cultures and for other people, and not quite so ethnic. So loosening it up, which is very similar way of thinking for me. So she's, you know, a really great person to have on the team. 'Well, one of the things that the school will do is have every month an international artist, designer of any medium. It can be a graphic designer, it can be a fashion designer. We'll stay at the school and teach, you know, sort of a extracurricular type class on top of a regular design program, sewing, pattern making, weaving. The Fah Project gives them an economic opportunity outside of prostitution, a viable income and solution that they would otherwise not have.
Doing this project to help the girls, especially giving them educations so that they can find their way, and with the thought of, if you give a man a fish, he eats a day, and if you teach him how to fish, he eats all life.
Running away, the